This is the corrugator area.
Oh, no way. Good morning, guys. Can you see this crazy thing that's happening in my sweater? It's the hanger. I see my neurologist today, who is my migraine and headache specialist. I have so much to talk to him about. My migraine's bugging me and my head is hurting a lot, but it's better than it has been, and my balance right now is better than it has been. Woo-wee! It's how you get food out of the fridge when you can't bend over. There you go. I'm about to head off to my neurologist appointment, and I want to show you what I do before I go. So I always have this notebook. It's a trusty little notebook I got off of Amazon. I have all my doctor notes in here. I will list all of the things that I think are important to discuss with the doctor. I always make sure that I have my mnemonic device, which is for my hyperacusis and my collapsed tolerance to sound. It helps when I'm around people. These are the earphones that go with that. The Kindle, I always make sure I have my medications. This is my as needed medication box, and I've got all the stuff that I need. It's good to take your prescription with you. Always have something to drink and something to nibble on, and we're ready. We're doing something I've never done before, which is bring my rollator to a doctor's office appointment. We also are bringing my manual wheelchair. I really want to be able to walk. There's no buttons to the door. I mean, this is a medical building too. It's weird. And I'm so dizzy. So I just checked in. We walked in. Everybody said hi. We're here waiting now. I'm really worn out from all that walking. This is what it looks like in a migraine and headache specialist office. The lights are reflecting up on the ceilings. You can see in the other room they have fluorescent lights, but in this waiting room they don't, and it's really nice. So in my doctor's office they have a TV that has a lot of health information on it, but it has all of these different articles. You can learn so much from your doctor alone. My doctor loves to educate his patients, and even ask your doctor, hey, do you have information on XYZ? Don't be afraid to ask questions. We get to my doctor's office early. Now my doctor usually runs late. If your doctor does run late, remember, your doctor is going to give you hopefully the same amount of time that they give other people. And so I usually bring my Kindle, or I listen to an Audible book, or if I don't feel good, I just sit here and try to relax and focus on my breathing. My doctor spends a lot of time with patients, and he really gives me every bit of time that I need. So that's why I am willing to wait in a waiting room as long as it takes to get to see him, because I know he's going to give every patient what they need.
The headache's been hurting too.
Usually they're either like in the front or over here on the side. Oh.
Let me do a little on the left. And we'll move over to this. It's called a corrugator area in the middle between your eyes, and it's sort of crucial for headaches. If we don't do it there, the Botox tends not to work as well. There's a lot of nerve endings around there. Your big area, we move more to the right.
I've heard so many good things about the CGRP.
Yeah, for a certain percentage of people. Short term, there haven't been hardly any side effects.
That is amazing.
The problem is long-term. We don't know because it hasn't been out 10 years, you know.
Right.
Botox we've been doing it 21 years.
Oh, yeah.
So it has long-term safety. Just like the triptans, like Frova, have been out 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Imitrex was.
Has it been helpful for patients with chronic migraine?
CGRP?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and there's a percentage who do really well. So the last shot gave a little extra to hopefully help the headaches longer.
Thank you.
Feeling okay?
Yeah, thank you.
It works the same way, except it doesn't have the handles
Right.
like the other one, but it is smaller.
So this is this where you plug it in, yeah.
Yeah.
Just beeped. I'm not gonna give myself a pulse, don't worry. I'm just gonna do it over here.
Yeah.
Oh, no way. That's how light it is?
Yeah. So it's not as loud as
The other one's like,
thump.
boom!
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think you're getting whacked in the head.
Right.
It does feel like that too. Thank you so much for showing it to me.
Sure.
Alright, so here we're gonna go check out now. My head has probably got lots of bunts on it. It was a really good appointment. It's important to ask all the questions that you have and to talk about medications and everything that you deem important. It is crazy out here. As if I didn't have enough problems sitting. Whoa. Walk when you can, but my goodness, that was not super safe. The problem with having Botox injections is that it just causes a migraine with me. I have a sensitized central nervous system. There are a lot of symptoms that I have that are because of the fact that my brain and my body is very sensitive. It just means that my nervous system overreacts to stimuli and causes these symptoms. Just like any disease causes symptoms to happen, my sensitive nervous system causes these things to happen. She's going, Mommy. Riding up on my chariots here. The stair lifts make it safe for me and I have balance problems. I leave my rolling walker right here for when I get it to the top, so I'm okay. As we talked with my neurologist today, he was saying that IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, fibromyalgia, and migraine definitely are all connected. It's not a surprise that I have them all. It's not a surprise that other people do. Also, chronic fatigue. Usually it's all four of those. I also have chronic fatigue. I shared a lot with my neurologist today, and some of the things I was talking about with him, he just was like, oh, I really hate that you're dealing with that because there's really not much you can do. I mean, he really had a lot of empathy for that. The stuff that I'm sharing with him, he just feels because of my nervous system malfunction, just the fact that it's actually hyperfunction, really. My nervous system is reacting over time, like it's just overreactive. If somebody does a real light tap, the person shouldn't react, but this is what my body does. Ah! Whereas a normal person's body would just sit there and be calm, my body, without any of my conscious thought, reacts like a wild, crazy thing. This happens even when I'm asleep. My nervous system is screwed up. He was just saying it was unfortunate and I don't like that you have to deal with this. I wish there were things we could do, but there really isn't. Coping well can mean how I go about life, like how I deal with life and how I deal with the hard stuff and how I deal with pain. And that pain is real for me 24/7. I said to him, well, at least I cope well. And he said, yes, you do. Here I am coming to my doctor and I think these are crazy symptoms that I'm living with. And he's just like, yeah, it's awful. You have to live with that. It's really nothing we can do. And I think, you know, in this world today, sometimes we really do think that things should be fixed. And they can be fixed because we have all these medicines, right? But it's not true. There are a lot of things we can't. It sucks. There's really nothing to do to fix it. And the only thing to do is to live with it with grace, live with it the best possible way I can. And for me, that's just accepting that it is part of life. Sometimes I'm mad, sometimes I'm sad, and sometimes I'm just like, okay, this is it, let's do this. I think the hardest part for me is that when people don't understand that I go through a lot. And I think that that's what most of us with chronic illness feel. We wish that people understood us more, understood that they don't know. I think a lot of times people think that they know, and they just don't. You just can't. I mean, I can't know everything about somebody else who has chronic illness. I don't, because their experience is their experience, and we're not all cut from the same cloth. We don't all have the same symptoms, all have the same experiences. There you have it. Hold on to hope. Love this day. I loved that I had a full weekend and I still got to my doctor's appointment and was not miserable. And that is a huge thing for my body. It gives me a lot of hope, and I love that about this day, truly. Bye, guys. You're so sleepyhead Joe. Say good night, guys. See yourself. I think she wants a pet. Do you want to be pet? Say goodbye. Goodbye again. Yeah.
Used to think I had to do it on my own, but I'm never alone now.